good evening. Thank you for joining us in this session of our interview. Welcome, Mr. Magondo.
Thank you.
In the previous interview, we discussed about building collapsing and roles of project management in the construction sites, understanding that they are engineers. Now, my question is this. Do you want to mean that these engineers are not project managers?
Thank you very much, Ivan,
Yes,
for that question
yes,
and for giving me an opportunity to send some light on this issue of building collapsing and the roles of project managers
yes.
or the project management. And the question is very clear that the engineers, whether engineers are a project manager or are not project managers.
Yes.
Engineers, they are governed by Engineers Act of 2011.
Okay.
This act gives them the responsibilities and the privileges. You find that in this act again, it defines what is the professional engineering services and the professional engineering works.
Yes.
So, for example, if an engineer is registered under that act, the services and the work you are supposed to do is the scheduling of the projects,
Yes.
coming with up with the plans, the sketch, the mapping, the drawings. All those are under that act. For example, you find in the same act, section 50, clause 1, engineers who is registered under that act has been given a responsibility to submit some documents.
Yes.
These documents will include the engineering surveys, the plans, and the rest. Now, you find that in project management, there is life cycle.
Yes.
This act does not spell the life cycle. So the aspect of project manager in this engineering act is not there.
Yes.
So you find that now, that is why you are saying these are professionals. Project manager is a professional. The engineer is also a professional.
Yes.
What is the big issue of working together? The engineer do the mapping and the design, the drawings, and the rest. Then the project manager carry out the role of managing the process of the project. Although project manager has been given some rules according to project management body of knowledge, which is from PMI, Project Management Institute.
Yes.
And this is a document which is a standard document which is used internationally by all project managers.
Yes.
He has been given the role, one, to be accountable. He is the person who owns the output of the project,
Yes.
the outcome of the project. Is the role of the project manager now to say to carry the burden of the project. This person has also been given the role to make sure that the risk of the project are established before the project starts. This person is also given the role of planning the team, planning the budget, planning the time, and everything. So you see, this is not defined in the act, engineering act. So we need the project manager and the engineers on the board.
But sometimes we normally see that engineers are trained as project managers. Does it mean that they will not serve as project managers, engineers?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Engineers are trained project manager. But remember, I said this, engineers are governed by the Engineering Act. And the Engineering Act does not give them the role of managing a life cycle of the project.
Okay.
And that is why I'm been saying that let us introduce this project manager in these projects.
Yes.
Although the engineering board on 2019 they published a manual and saying that in this manual they give the responsibility of a person who is practicing as a project manager and is an engineer. First, he must define the project scope. In that manual, it is given. Then he must do the work of studying, budgeting, and maybe the scheduling.
Yes.
But you find that this is not an act. It is now a manual to guide any project manager or any project engineer who is practicing as a project manager in a certain project. But this is not an act. It's just a guideline that if in case you practice as a project manager and you are an engineer,
Yes.
you have to start from the risk of the project. But our area is, do you have a legal mandate for the project manager to be in that project? The question is no. There is no act that is defining the project manager in these projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Magondo. We have understood that the existence of these project managers is very critical in this project. Maybe, do you have something that you need to add up?
The only thing I can request the government of Kenya
Yes.
is to recognize the role of the project management
Yes.
and the roles of project managers in planning these projects. And we can borrow information from the project management body of knowledge.
Yes.
Then we have an act that will define who is a project manager and the role of that person in this project, so that now we can reduce the episode where now building are collapsing. For example, I can also give you an example. In these projects, you find that there are accountants.
Yes.
Those accountants, their main role is to prepare budget for the project.
Yeah.
You find that in this project, there are human resource managers.
Yeah.
Their role is to hire.
Yes.
What is the big issue of bringing another person called a project manager in this project? That is my conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Magondo. Thank you so much, even our viewers, and continue subscribing to our channel. Mr. Magondo, I know this is not the last time we are having you, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we would like to have you more and more in our coming episodes. And we would like to understand also more about the project management tools you mentioned in our previous interview. Thank you very much. I'm Ivani Kawera from Professional Booz.